Our last session was part 4 of basic tasks. Now let us move on to part 5 of basic tasks, that is creating a spline. So here is the option of spline. We have to click from where to start and what kind of curve we require to get a spline. This is how we create a spline. And to change the node points, we can double click on the node and we can see how many control points are present. We can change the node point dimension. For example, it's -36 here, so let us change it to -50. You can see that it's changed to -50, and so can be done with the horizontal and vertical 60. We can alter these spline dimensions by double clicking on the nodes. Now let us move on to connecting curves with a spline. So imagine we have two curves, one that and the other like that. So to connect these two curves, we have an option here which says connect. We click on that and select the first curve and the second curve. We can see it automatically gets connected. Again, click on the same thing and connect these two. We get a connecting curve. We can also edit the connecting curves by just clicking on it and pulling it up or down because it's not constrained. And here we can get straight line by clicking on that point, this. So we have many options here. The first one is connect with an arc, connect with a spline, continuity in a point, continuity in tangent, and continuity in curvature. So let us move to connecting curves with an arc. So imagine we have two lines, 1, 2, and another one in between. Let me delete the others. And we need to connect these two arcs by curves. So let me click on connect, this one, and this one. We can see that this line and this line is connected by a curve. And again, let me click on this, click here and here. Again, we have connect by arc. So this is how connecting curve with an arc works. Now let us move on to creating an ellipse. So this is the option, create an ellipse. Again, we can do a freehand ellipse by giving the dimension in horizontal and then clicking the vertical length. Or we can use the parameter as center 9, vertical 8. That's the starting point, and major axis endpoint of 65 and 8. So this is the ellipse that we have got, which is still incomplete, as we can again give the dimension of the vertical length. Here we have got an ellipse. So these are the two ways to create an ellipse. Now to create a parabola by focus, we have it under this option, parabola by focus. We have to click first point, then one second point, and the starting point of the parabola and the ending point of the parabola. This is how we create a parabola. And now for the hyperbola by focus, we have to click 1 and again the same distance, begin right at the point 1, 2, 3. So this is how we create a hyperbola by focus. Or we can also use the parameters where horizontal is 10, vertical is 3 point, let me show you. Horizontal is 10, vertical is 4. So this is our starting point, and we can draw 1, 2 parameters. Now let us go on to conic. We select conic. Let me show you for 5-point conic. So first point and the end point, and then we have 1, 2, 3, the curve. So this is how we create a 5-point cone. Then we have 4-point cone where we have 1, 2, 3, 4. This is how we create a 4-point curve cone. And then we have 2-point cone, one in this direction and the other in this direction, and then we have 2-point cone. This is how we create cone: 5-point, 4-point, 3-point, and 2-point. Now let us move on to line. For a single line, we click the starting point and the ending point, or we can use the parameters where the starting point is 10, 18, and the ending point is 30, 18. So here we have got a line of the given dimension. So if we draw a slanting line, we can constrain the angle to be horizontal of 40 degree, like that. Create an infinite line, like that, and this is the infinite line. Now how much ever we zoom out, we will not be able to get the dimension of the line. So this is infinite line. And we have another option, infinite in vertical direction. Again, the same thing. And we have another option, that is slanting, which gives an angle of 25, 35, 40 according to our reference. We can draw a slanting infinite line too. And now to creating a bitangent line. Imagine we have two circles, one here and the other here. So to create a bitangent line, we click on bitangent line, select that and this. So this is a bitangent line which connects two circles. And if we have two lines, one here and one here, click on bisecting line, select this line and this line. We can have a line which bisects both the lines equally. And the last one is creating a line normal to the curve. So imagine we have a spline and we want a line which is normal to the curve. we select this and click here, we can see that this line is normal to this curve and cannot be moved in any other direction. Or we want it here, like that. So this is how we use creating line normal to the curve. Now to creating a symmetrical extension, we have a line. This is a line which is symmetrical to the point. Now to creating an axis. So axis is usually needed when we are creating a shaft or groove. It's almost like a line, but it is dotted, which acts as a reference plane. This is, we can change the horizontal and vertical direction here and the length of the axis. Or we can also enter it in the parameter like 20, 35 and the end point being 20, 10. So this is the axis that we have got.